Hi guys, I Aziz welcome you to CoedMaster, and in this video I am going to talk about arrays class. In this video I will share some of the most commonly used methods that are available in arrays class, which you can use in your day-to-day life to make your life easy. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright guys, so let's begin this video with the very first question, that is, what is arrays class? In order to understand arrays class, let's move on to the source code of arrays class. So here you can see the source code of arrays class. On top of this class you will see package directive, and it is java.util. This means the arrays class belongs to java.util package. This is one thing. Second thing is this class is a part of Java collection framework. Now next thing is, what is the purpose of arrays class? So arrays class contains various methods that is used to manipulate arrays like toString, asList, stream, copyOf, fill, binarySearch, sort, equals, compare, and mismatch. There are numerous methods that are available in this class, but I managed to list down all the most commonly used method over here. You can see here. So all of these method implements standard algorithm to solve a specific problem. For example, to convert an array into stream, we use streams method of arrays class. To fill all the arrays with specified value, we use fill method of this class. And to search an array with specific key, we use binarySearch of this class. So this is how all the methods here implement standard algorithm to solve a specific problem. So do you guys know what is the best part about this arrays class? Let me tell you. So the first thing is, you will notice here that all the methods in this class are static method. This means this saves us a lot of time, because we do not have to create an instance of arrays class in order to invoke these methods. And second thing is, all the methods of this class takes array as input, and the array could be anything. It could be of type primitive or it could be of type non-primitive. So always remember this thing, that methods of the arrays class operates on the arrays. It doesn't matter if the array is of type primitive or non-primitive. So this was all about the arrays class. Now let's begin this video with the very first method of array class, that is toString method. So let's quickly create one array of integers. So here we have array of integers, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements are there, 4, 8, 3, 6, 5, 7. Now let's say we want to print this array on screen. So let's do system.out.println, and let's try to print this array on the screen. Run the program, and you will see that instead of printing all the elements on the screen, we get the name of the class and the hash code. Now to solve this problem, arrays.toString method comes into picture. So if we call arrays.toString and pass integer array as argument and run the program, we will get all the elements of the integer array printed on the screen. So what is the core purpose of this class? When we call this method on arrays, it simply returns the string representation of the given array. So if you look at this string representation, you will see that this string contains list of all the elements present in the given array enclosed by square brackets, and all the elements in this list are separated by comma followed by space. You can see here, this is comma and this is space. And you know guys, this method is a most commonly used method and used a lot in day-to-day life. So this was all about the toString method. So let's move on and see the next method, that is asList method. So let's quickly create one array of type object. So I have created an array of type object because strings are object in Java. Okay. Now let's call arrays.asList on this array of string. So as the name suggests, this asList method returns the list equivalent of the given array. Now the question over here is, why we want to convert this array into list? So guys, for your kind information, this asList method acts as a bridge between collection based API and array based API. Let me show you how. If you look at the diagram of the collection hierarchy, you will see that there are two collections, array list and linked list, and this two collection implements the list interface. Okay, else all other collections implements collection interface, right? So let's say you want to create collection out of this array, then this list method helps us in getting the collection equivalent of this string. Okay, so when we call list method over this array, in return it will give us list of strings. Let's store it in a ls variable. Now using this list, we can create new collections. For example, let's say array list. Array list is equal to new array list, and you can see here that ArrayList takes collection as argument. So in case you don't know about the collection classes works on non-primitive types. And if you have existing collection, then you can pass that collection in the constructor of the collection class like arrayList and linkList to get the new collection out of existing collection. So if I pass list over here, I get the new arrayList based on this list. Okay, now I can easily print it on the screen. So here we go. So you can see that I have printed arrayList on the screen. So basically what this method is doing, this method is taking array of string as argument and convert it into list so that we can use this list in the collections classes, for example arrayList and linkList. So guys, let me talk about few of the facts of this list method. So the first fact is the asList method returns the fixed size list backed by this array. This means the size is fixed. Now you cannot add or remove more elements. However, the asList method does not allocate any extra memory for this array. So internally it uses the same memory allocated to this array. So this means if we change any element using the ls variable, it will simply visible in the original array. So let me show you. So let's change the first element of this list to hello. So let's pass it 0 as index and make it hello. Okay, sorry, hello. Now let's try to print this array of strings. So by calling arrays.toString, we can print these arrays on the screen. So let's give it k as argument. Let's run the program, and now you will see that the first element of this array is updated to hello. Although we are updating the first element using the list, still we are able to see the changes that are visible to the original array. Okay, so this is all about the asList method. Now let's move on to see the next method, that is stream method. So what is the purpose of stream method? Stream method basically converts the given array into sequential stream of elements. Okay, so let's write arrays.stream. So after calling a stream, so now we can call many complex operations on this stream in a concise and elegant way. So let's try to print all the elements of this stream on the screen. So let's call forEach method, and this method takes consumer as argument. So as the consumer is a functional interface, we can pass method reference also. So let's give it method reference system.out : println. Run the program, and you will see that all the elements of this stream is printed on the screen. So what is the main purpose of this method? It takes array as input and converts that array into a stream of sequential elements. So this was all about stream method. Now let's move on and see the next method, that is copyOf. So let's write arrays.copyOf. Now as the name suggests, copyOf method is used to get the exact copy of the given array. So this method takes two arguments. First is the array and second is the length of the copy array. So let's pass 6 as the value of new length and get the copy of the given array into this variable b. Okay, now let's try to print this variable on the screen, b, by calling arrays.toString, give it a b as argument and run the program. So you will see that we got the exact same array of the given array. Okay, now what if I give new length is equal to 4? In this case, it is going to copy only 4 elements from the original array, that are 4, 8, 3 and 6. What if the new length is greater than the length of the original array? Let's say 10. In this case, it's going to copy all the elements from original array to new copied array, and till the last index of the original array it's copy all the elements, and beyond that index it's simply going to populate all the elements as the default value of integer. Okay, as you can see here, the default value of integer is 0, so all the elements from 4 to 7 are copied to the new array and the remaining elements are populated with 0. So this was all about the copyOf method, and the purpose of copyOf method is returns the copy of the given array. Now let's move on and see the next method, that is arrays.fill. So let's write arrays.fill method. Now the purpose of this fill method is to fill all the elements of the given array by specified element. So let's say if I want to fill the array with some value, so let's give it an array as argument, okay, and give it a specific value, let's say 10. Okay, so in this case this fill method is going to fill all the elements of the specified array with the given value, that is 10. Now let's try to print this array on the screen. arrays.toString, give it a integer array, run the program, and you will see that all the elements are filled by the specified value, that is 10. So we got 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Now the fill method also accepts the range. So we can also provide it a range that from 0 index till 3rd index we want to fill all the elements with value 10. So in that case, if I run the program, you will see that all the values from a specified range are populated with the given value, that is 10. Okay, so this was all about the arrays.fill method. So now let's move on and see the next method, that is binarySearch method. Okay, so let's call arrays.binarySearch. This binarySearch method takes array as argument and key as second argument that we want to search. Okay, so let's call arrays.binarySearch. So as the name suggests, this method is used to search a specific key in a given array. So this method takes array as argument and the key that we want to search. But there is one caveat, that the binary search only works with the sorted array. So let's make it sorted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this array is a sorted array. And just for your kind information, the binary search method use binary search algorithm under the hood. Okay, so now let's call the binary search on this array and try to search number 3 in this array. So let's store the result of this binary search in variable x and then try to print x on the screen. Let's run the program and boom, you will see that the return value is 2. This means the key that is equal to 3 is present at index 2, 0, 1, 2. So far, so clear. So we have seen the first case that the key is present in the array. Okay, key is present. Okay, now let's see the next case where key is greater than all the elements of the array. In that case, what happens? So let's give it a key that is greater than all the elements of the array. Let's run the program and boom, you will see that the binary search returns -6. Now what does it mean by -6? So in this case, when the key is greater than all the elements of the array, in case it returns minus of insertion point -1. So here the insertion point is the length of the array. So what is the length of array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's equal to minus of 5 minus 1, that is equal to -6. So here the insertion point is defined as the point at which the given key would be present. So far so clear. Now let's talk about the next case where the given key is smaller than few of the elements of the array. For example, let's remove these 3 from here, okay, and then remove the 0 from here. Now let's try to search the key 3 in the given array. Now at this time it is giving -3. Now this time also it is giving insertion point -1. So this time it is giving -3. How is it giving -3? Because now here the insertion point is defined as the index of the element that is greater than 3. Now what is the index of element that is greater than 3? 0, 1, 2. So -2 and -1 is equal to -3. That is why it is returning 3, and that is correct. Because if 3 would be present in this sorted array, it would be here at this position. Okay, and this position is 1, 2 and 3. So far so clear. So guys, this is all about the binary search method, and the main purpose of this method is to search a specific key in a specified array. Okay, now let's move on and see the next method, that is sort method. So let's call arrays.sort. Now as the name suggests, this method is used to sort the specified array in ascending order. So let's give it a array. Okay, so let's try to print this array on the screen by calling arrays.toString. Give it an array, run the program, and boom, you will see that all the elements of the specified array is sorted in the ascending order 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this method also accepts the range. That means we can also provide the range so that it sorts the element within the range of the specified array. So let's give it a range from 0 to 4. So now let's print the array on the screen. So now you can see that the elements of this array are sorted from index 0 to 4. And here for your kind information, the from index is inclusive and to index is exclusive. So this means it's going to sort all the elements within this range from 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So you will see that all the elements are sorted from 0 to 3, 3, 4, 6 and 8. So the main purpose of this sort method is to sort the elements of the given array in ascending order. So guys, let me tell you one secret about this method here. So the sort method internally uses dual pivot quicksort algorithm to sort all the elements of the array. And this algorithm offers big of n log n performance on all the datasets. And you know guys, this algorithm is pretty much faster than the traditional one pivot quicksort algorithm. So this was one secret about this method and how it works internally. So this was all about this sort method. So now let's move on to the next method, that is equals method. Okay, so let's create two arrays first and let's call arrays dot equal method. So guys, as the name suggests, this equal method is used to check the equality of two given arrays. Okay, so this method is going to check if the given two arrays are equal or not. And two arrays are considered equal if both the arrays contain same number of elements and all the corresponding pair of elements in the given two arrays are equal. In other words, the given two arrays are considered equal if both the elements contains the same element and in the same order. Okay, so let's give it two arrays x and y. Okay, so let's store the result of this method into a variable r and try to print the r on the screen. Run the program and you will see that it returns true because the both given arrays are equal. So how it's going to calculate? So it's going to check all the corresponding pair one by one. 4 and 4 are equal, 8 and 8 are equal, 3 and 3 are equal, so on and so forth. Now let's try to change this array and give it one more element, that is 10. Now let's try to run the program and you will see that the result is false. So this time the both arrays are not equal because till 7 all the corresponding elements are equal, but after 7 here is 10 but here we don't have any element. So that is why the equality condition becomes false. So this was all about the equals method that is used to check the equality of two given arrays. Okay, now let's move on to the next method, that is compare method. So let's call arrays dot compare. Now what is the purpose of this method? This method compares two specified array lexicographically and returns three possible values, that is one is 0, one is -1 and one is 1. If two given arrays are lexicographically equal and contains the same element in same order, then it's going to return 0 as a result. If array 1 is lexicographically smaller than array 2, then it's going to return -1. And if array 1 is lexicographically greater than array 2, then it's going to return 1. Now the question over here is, what does it mean by lexicographical order? Okay, so lexicography order means the dictionary order. So how dictionary works? According to dictionary, the 6th element is greater than 5, correct? And the 7 is greater than 5. Now let's try to give both the arrays as argument to this method and check the result of this method. So let's store the result of this method on variable r and print it on the screen. Run the program and you will see that the result is 0. This means both the arrays are lexicographically equal. Now let's try to change one element over here. Let's make it 6. Now this time it's going to return -1 because the first array is lexicographically smaller than next one, because here is 6 and here is 7. Now let's try to change 6 to 7 and 7 to 6. Now let's run the program and now this time it is giving 1 because the first array is lexicographical greater than the second array. Here the 7 is greater than 6. Apart from these two elements, all elements are same. So that is why it is giving 1. So guys, this is all about compare method. That compare method is used to compare the given two arrays lexicographically. Okay. Now let's move on to the next method, that is mismatch method. So let's call arrays dot mismatch method. Mismatch also takes two arrays arguments. So let's give it x and y. Now the purpose of mismatch method is to find the index of the first mismatch. Okay. So let's try to store the result of this method in a variable r. Okay, and let's print the array on the screen, sut r. Okay, run the program and this time you will see that the mismatch happened at index 5. So how this method is going to work internally? It checks all the corresponding pair one by one. So 4 and 4 are equal, 8 and 8 are equal, 3 and 3 are equal, 6 and 6 are equal, 5 and 5 are equal, and the two elements over here are mismatched. Okay, so the index of these elements are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why the output is 5. Now let's try to make it 7 here and run the program. Now it's going to return -1. So this method returns two values. One is the index of mismatch and other is the -1. So in case of mismatch, it's going to return the first index of mismatch. Okay, and if all the elements in both the given arrays are equal, then it's going to return -1. This means there is no mismatch at all. So guys, if you have made it to the end, then I have a bonus tip for you. And the bonus tip is the mismatch method is used to find the longest common prefix. Let me show you how. Let's add one more element to this array, 10, and now run the program. Now you will see that the output of this method is 6, and 6 is the longest common prefix in both the array. You will see here that the 4, 8, 3, 6, 5 and 7 is present in the second array also. So we call this as the longest common prefix. So this is how you can use the mismatch method to find the index of the first mismatch or the length of longest common prefix. So guys, by now I hope that you have strong understanding of all the methods that are available in arrays class, and I hope that you are going to use all of these methods in your day-to-day life. And one more thing guys, I have showed you all the methods using the primitive data types. However, you can use all the methods using the non-primitive data types also. Okay, so this means you can create an array of non-primitive data types and you can easily use all the methods. But in that case, make sure that your class from which the objects are created must implement comparable interface. And if you wish to not implement the comparable interface, then it is must to provide all of these methods the implementation of comparator interface. Okay, so on this note, let's end this video. So guys, if you have learned something valuable from this video, then hit the like button in order to make YouTube happy. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so my friend you never miss any upcoming video. So this is all from my side. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.